Yes, yes. This is Bishop. I'm concerned about what's been happening, uh, talking about police brutality. Uh, they're going to lay George Floyd to rest today, right beside his mother. I don't think things will ever be the same, and it shouldn't be. Police brutality is not the way to go. And look like, God bless you, Gwen. Yeah, I'm gonna call you later about the books. Anyway, uh, it is inhumane. It is savagery. It is quite cruel. And I witnessed on television that this man, 75 years old, God bless you. Yeah, you one of the moderators now. Yeah, you're on the job right now. Anybody come in on our program and stupid, you block them. All right. Uh, 75 years old man, 75-year-old man, bless you. He's pushed by the police. Bust the police head from the push, blood, from the 75-year-old man, head bleeding, and these officers stoically walked past the man without trying to summon ambulance or medical, uh, let's say, medical attention. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, block that person. Yeah, block that person. Yeah, they stupid, so block them. That's right. Uh-huh. I don't blame you. Yeah, it upset me. This is not about that sissy Charles Blake. I'll talk to him later. Talk about him later. Uh, for me to see that and block this B Moore. Yeah, that's right. Block him. Uh-huh. That's right. Yeah, stupid. Anyway, uh, when you think about the brutality that's going on, another case from 2 weeks ago, an officer pushes a protester. I think it was a woman, and he is being charged with assault. Of course, Chauvin and the other three, uh, they're going to go before the judge. Of course, they're charged with second-degree murder. And the latest is that one of the officers who said he's a rookie just started, and he blames the public, those that stood on the sideline. If you can remember, they were pleading for Chauvin to take his knee off of Floyd neck. You know, these people are crazy. And in Texas, I think it's in Texas, where another Spanish or Mexican was also kneed until he died. This is getting out of hand, and dismantling the police department. I don't know if that's the way to go, but something has to happen. And I want to just cause you to think. You know, my subject is police brutality, no Arab Muslim named. You can't find the name of any Arab Muslim. You can't find it because they will blow up the whole neighborhood. They would strap themselves with bombs because they have a kamikaze mentality. They're willing to die for what they believe. No, you can't find a Muslim, a Arab Muslim, radical Muslim. They don't bother those people. They're a bunch of cowards because they won't bother those Arabs or Muslims because they know that they are radical, and that means to go to the extreme of blowing up the whole police department, or let's say the police station. Have you ever heard of a Muslim, an Arab Muslim, being brutalized by the police? I have never heard of that. And you know what? I talked to a Muslim, an Arab Muslim, and I asked him, I said, sir, when the police stop you, do they, I said, how do they treat you? And the man said, oh, they treat me good. I said, what? Oh, they treat me good. He said, one officer offered to buy me a Coke and a hamburger and a Coke. I said, what? He said, oh, yeah, they promised, he wanted me to have a hamburger and a Coke. I said, so they treat you different than they treat the blacks in this country, or some whites in this country, and Latinos in this country. Oh, yeah, man, he wanted to buy me a hamburger and a Coke. What? See, the police department, I'm not saying all, they're just like a bad omelet. You have good eggs and bad eggs. But good eggs and a bad egg do not make a good omelet. All right? Then you have another illustration of a barrel full of snakes. Some are venomous and some are not. Some are poisonous and some are not. So how you distinguish the venomous or the poisonous from those that is not venomous and poisonous? So you put them all in the same barrel. That's right. So you don't know which ones are good, and you don't know which ones are bad. So I don't trust any of them. I really don't. I've had some run-in with the police because I was guilty. But there's a way to arrest somebody. We just saw on the news where another young man was arrested, and he said he couldn't breathe, and he died. And the police department, they said, well, you know, he resisted and the officers were in compliance with the rules or the guidelines, and nobody will bring these officers to accountability. So we have many George Floyds in this world, and it's dangerous for a black man. And my advice, if I was in the world, I would make friends with a Arab Muslim. That's right. I would make friends. I would make a Arab Muslim, my friend. And when you are riding with one of them, and if the police pull you over, don't you say nothing. Let Abdul, let him talk. Let him represent you. Tell Ali Baba, I want you to talk to the police for me. And Ali Baba will talk to the police, and the police will leave Ali Baba and you alone. They are a bunch of hyenas. They are cowards. They hide behind the badge. They hide behind the gun. They hide behind their bulletproof vests. But if you fool with Ali Baba will come to the police station strapped down with bombs. Not just one, but bombs. And he will walk toward the police station, stand up next to the police station, and blow up the police station. Or he will walk in the midst of these cowards and blow them all up. I guarantee you, you have never heard of police brutality exacted upon a Arab Muslim. You won't hear it. Why? They're cowards. I mean, 3 or 4 on one, that's right, on one man. 3 or 4 on one man, and then got your knee in the neck of George Floyd until he expires this world. And then you got these other sycophants, butt lickers, lackeys, standing around. I'm talking about the other officers. Something has to change. And I'm not talking about momentary. I'm talking about change that will last, that will perpetuate. And so I just, chokehold need to be outlawed. I think they did that in Minnesota. I think New York is heading in that direction, and I think it ought to be worldwide, at least in the United States, period. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Now tonight I'm gonna be doing my video on John Hannah, and John Hannah, and anybody listening to me that you in that circle, that I had a young man to call me, and he had some inside information on John Hannah, that sissy. And then Bloomer, that pedophile. We're going to be talking about them tonight. And then I got now this stuff was reported to me. This is not gossip. I am working for CNN. That's Earl. Listen, that's Carter Network News. Because it was reported to me. 1 Corinthians 5. All right? And that person talking about I'm obsessed. You let some nigga do something to you like he did to me. The Bible says be angry but sin not. Yeah, I'm upset with that lying sissy, all right, that uses preparation H on him or his partner. One of the two. Yeah, I'm not done. I am not done. Yeah, chokehold been outlawed in Cincinnati for years. Uh-huh. That's right. Praise the name of the Lord. Thank God for 7,000 Club. I want you all to help uh, our numbers to grow. And that is uh, subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. And our numbers are going up. Thank God we passed 8,000, heading toward 9,000. And you multiply that at least 5 times. And that's how strong our platform is. And people all over the world are listening and they're viewing my program. And so when I put your name out there, it's worldwide. You become an international worldwide sinner. All right? All right. Praise the name of the Lord. I'll be back tonight, but send this video everywhere when we want to be relevant to what's going on. And like I said, I've never seen a Arab Muslim abused by the police. Never. You won't see it. You won't see it because they will blow up half the city. And the police, they know it. So I'm gonna make friends. I've already talked to one, but I'm gonna make friends with some Muslims. They don't mind putting you out of your misery. And there's a mosque right around the corner from me. And none of them, they're talking about the black Muslims. I'm talking about those Arabs, those radical Arabs. They don't fool with them. That's right. They don't fool with those people because they will blow up the whole neighborhood. So that's my little piece on police brutality. They're very selective. They brutalize black men. And they hate big black men. You know, Rodney King was a big, strong black man. They resented him, I guess, because of his size or his manliness. And then, of course, George was 6'4". Yeah, big black man. And some others. Yeah, God bless you. Support, yeah, God bless you. Uh-huh. Should be Jesus and his, yeah, should be our message. And part of it also ought to be, when you're dealing with Jesus, you're dealing with justice. You're dealing with justice, and that is to be treated right. God is a God of justice. All right, to be treated right. That's part of it. Thank God Martin Luther King was not narrow in his gospel. All right? It is vertical as well as horizontal. Jesus is concerned about the trichotomy, the spirit, soul, and body. So you that's deep and want to talk about Jesus preached the salvation. Yeah, salvation, attritional salvation too. Protection of your body, spirit, soul, and body, the trichotomy. He's concerned about the whole man. You cannot be concerned about heavenly things and not earthly things. People need help. Some of this stuff we fighting unrighteousness. Jesus is about righteousness. And he's militant. He goes into the temple and turn over the tables and whip those folks out. So don't let this Jesus that's kind and wonderful, he'll whoop you. That's right. Jesus will knock you out. And he's still Jesus. Now, what about God? God is a God of justice. That's right. So I just wanted to come on and, yes, He will. He will knock you out. God bless you. Thank you for that offering. Every time you give an offering, that will help support the ministry. All right? So I want everybody to know I'm coming back on tonight. I got so much I have to say, but this was bubbling up in my heart, and that came to my mind that some of these officers, you're nothing but cowards. 4 or 5 of you jumping on one person. I remember, yeah, tune in tonight. I remember my brother when we were arrested, and my brother comes down to the police station to try to get me out, and he got the worst record, and he was the worst person in the world to try to get somebody out of jail, and they found out that he had a record. Now, I'm arrested, and he comes to the police station, and I look outside the cell, and here he's fighting with the detective. The detective grabbed him, and he grabbed the detective, and they were fighting. I saw that with my own eyes. And then one time he was arrested, and he whooped the police at the police station. He told the police, if you take your badge off. As a matter of fact, he told them all at the station, saying, if each one of you take your badges off, he said, I will whip every one of you one by one. And one fool, he was a white man, took his badge off and took off his gun. And my brother whooped his white behind right at the station. And I will never forget that. Whooped him right at the station. And I'm saying to all you cops, if you want to be bad, take your badge off. If you want to fight somebody, take your badge off. Take your gun and lay it to the side and then go at it. And see how that worked for you. Some of y'all will get your behinds whooped so bad. I mean whooped. Because you're nothing but cowards carrying a gun. That's right. I even, I got into an officer. Hey, take your badge off. When I was younger, right now I'm old and I can't hardly fight, but I can do something. Like I got a friend of mine. She's a woman. She is she she's something else. She's one of those tongue speaking, Bible carrying, quoting scriptures. And she said to me, talking about people breaking into your house, she said, I may not have a gun, Dr. Carter. She said, but I sure got that axe at the door. She said, if somebody come in here, somebody going down. Boy, that lady had me laughing. I mean, she one of those quoting scriptures and Bible carrying, but don't let that fool you. Don't let the Bible fool you. There's some folk will whoop you or leave an axe in your head, all right? And she said, I'll yet be saved. Oh, that's right. They'll be introduced to the Acts ministry. Oh, Lord. And I want y'all to send this video everywhere. And if you know any officers, let them see this video. Because I say they're a bunch of cowards. If I was an officer and I had a problem with a man and he wants to fight, I said, well, let's go, make sure you don't have any weapons and let's just go at it. Yeah, I had a problem with a fella one time. I just, I had an issue, and he wanted to get bad. I said, let's go in the woods, just me and you. Nobody have to know, you know. And when I get through whooping you, we'll just go in prayer and ask God to forgive both of us. Forgive you for being stupid and forgive me for knocking you out. How about Shanda show? I'm just having fun. Oh, when I get through knocking you out, hopo shando, hopo ho, habasha. And you just got through knocking the man out. And I'll let nothing separate me from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus. So what I'm saying is that, don't get don't get it twisted, officers. There's some there's some guys will knock you out. That's right. So I just wanted to say, yeah, Romans 8. Yes, I wanted to just put that out, that these officers, they will not fool with a Arab Muslim. All right, I'm signing off. If you believe in this ministry, go to earlcarterministry.com and make a donation that God, or if you have purpose in your heart to give, you give, and the Lord will bless you for doing so. Thank you, moderators, for doing a good job of blocking these stupid jackasses that try to come on my program. All right? And I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight at 7. At 7. So donate to earlcarterministry.com, and the Lord will bless you for doing so. Wonder why Jesus told Peter to put up his sword. Yeah, he said put it up. He didn't say throw it away. Yeah. In other words, then another scripture, I'm just answering this person, that's good. Another scripture where he said, go sell your coat or coats, or sell whatever you have, and go buy yourself a sword. And it is because it said there's grievous wolves. So I like to say, in the spirit of the definition of boanthropy, people who have a animal spirit. Now, he could say, well, or he could have said, just don't buy anything. Just wrestle those wild animals and don't kill them with a sword. No, he said, take yourselves some swords, and they bought 2 of them. He said, that's enough, because there are grievous wolves out there. I mean, God got enough power to kill everything, all right? But he wants you to be part of the operation, that you all can protect yourselves. Somebody break in my house, and if Jesus let him in my house, all right, he must want me to kill him. Because I ain't going to let him kill me and my wife. All right? And if that's wrong, you all pray my strength in the Lord, that I'll be the one he's calling for in these last and evil days. All right? So you got to put those scriptures together. One time he told him to put up, he said, somebody said, he said, put it up. He didn't say get rid of it. Just put it back in the what do you call it? Where put it up. Don't throw it away. All right? So Anybody else got a question about that? Well, then, yeah, put it up. Don't get rid of it. That's what I'm trying to say. All right? And watch this. There is a policeman, he's saved, and he got a gun. You gonna tell him to put it up? No, you got a lot of officers that's saved. All right? And then Romans, I got you now. Romans 13 said that the officers, which represents the government, extension of the government, say he carrieth not the sword in vain. Sword is a weapon. So deal with that. You got to understand. At that moment, he didn't want Peter to engage in protecting him and using the sword. He said, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. He didn't tell you not to have it. Uh-huh. He said, just put it up, not throw it away. I want to tell everybody, don't throw your gun away. There's a time, there you go, girl, there's a time, and there's a time for love, and there's a time for war. There's a time for everything. Nowadays, these folks are crazy. And so there's a time to pull your sword. So I'm closing with that. God bless you, and I'll see you all tonight. And all you wicked folk, have a bad day. Now that's my conviction, and if you have yours, that's thank God for you. But I'll see you all tonight at 7 o'clock. All right, bye-bye.